Hello everyone, and welcome back to Robinhood Coins. This is TJ, and tonight we're going to be doing another 4-box quarter hunt. This may be our last quarter hunt for a while because I had these boxes from 2 weeks ago before the banks cut us off. I went and got as many as I could get, but now they are cutting us off, so we will not be able to order any more. Don't know when I'll be able to get more quarters, but we're going to be looking for silver, proofs, errors and varieties, West Points, anything to add to our collection. As always, we'll give away something from the hunt. In order to enter the giveaway, just comment on this video and then be sure to watch our Saturday winners video every Saturday at noon to see if you won. Well, I'm excited to get into these boxes, so let's kick it off with box number 1. We are working on roll number 5, and I found this one that looks to be a much thicker edge. There's actually 2 of them. And it could be a West Point, so I figured I would record checking that. That one's just a Denver. And that's just a Denver. But it was worth a shot. We are all done with box number 1, and there are the discards, or some of them anyway. Well, unfortunately, we did not have any silver, West Points, proofs. We did have some Philadelphia 2020 and 2019s that I'll set aside. Hopefully, box number 2 produces some more good finds. We are on roll 31, and we finally have a good find for the box, and it is a West Point. I could tell it's a 2019 because it does not have the privy. Let's see what it is. All right, my little helper is going to help me reveal it and see what it is. What is it?
Oh, it's a 2019.
Yeah, but it's the Lowell. It's the Lowell design. Raise it up, show everybody. It's been a minute since we found a 2019 West Point, so that is great. Well, we got box number 2 down. There's some of the discards, and there's more of the discards. And there is the empty box, but we did get a West Point. That was cool. We have that Lowell 2019 West Point. Hopefully, box number 3 gives us some silver or West Points as well. We are all done with box number 3, and unfortunately, we had another skunk box, no silver, and this time, no West Points. We did get a pretty nice looking 1976 Denver. I'll set that one aside to look for the DDO and possibly keep it in the collection just because it's nicer than I normally see them. We got a bunch of coins that we're setting aside to check for errors and varieties. But hopefully, box number 4 gives us some West Points and silver. I am working on roll 47, and we finally have another find. It is a San Francisco mint. And I do not see a mirror finish or frosting, so I believe this is another NIFC. This one is pretty dinged up, but it is still an NIFC, and most of those are relatively low mintage, so that is very cool. Well, we are all done with box number 4, and thanks to Rob Finds Treasures Clyde Coinage Mat, we have a bunch of stuff that we've been setting aside to check for errors and varieties. So I have another big hunt ahead of me, just looking through all these coins that we set aside. So we're going to go look for any of these errors and varieties, and we'll bring you in if we find any. I'm going through the 2015 Philadelphia Homestead quarters, and I went through those first because ever since I saw Rob Finds Treasures' last quarter hunt where he found the snow on the roof error, I've been wanting to find it, and I believe I found it. We have this extra die crack or cud that causes some extra metal to be on the roof, and I believe this is known as the snow on the roof. Now, on the one that Rob Finds Treasure had, his was over here. I went back and watched the video again just to be sure. And he said that there's often times where the whole roof is covered or has snow on it in different portions. So there's probably definitely more valuable coins out there or specimens of this. But this, I've looked at a lot of these, and that definitely is extra metal. You could really see it right there and right there. So that is pretty cool. Then I was also looking through some Denver 2015 homesteads, and check out what we found right here. Look at that right there. An extra piece of metal right above the window. I don't know if this is the bird's nest variety that Rob Finds Treasure mentioned in that video, but I'm going to save it and set it aside just to see. I'll have to check onto some sites and see if I can find this example anywhere else, but it definitely is an oddity. But really excited to find that snow on the roof one. As always, I was checking my Alaska state quarters minted in Philadelphia, and I believe the widely recognized extra claw variety is an extra claw right here, making it look like a sixth claw. But I wanted to show you that little piece of metal right there between the bottom two claws is super common. I find those all the time, almost every single one I look at. But look at this one. This almost looks like an extra claw right there, how raised it is. If it was just a small point over here and the fatter part on that side, it really would look like a claw. I'll probably keep it just because it looks interesting, but it's not the one that I'm looking for. Here is another one, and this just goes to show you how common it is to find that right there. Looking at this 2005 Kansas state quarter minted in Philadelphia, I found an oddity that I've never found before. Looking for the missing T for In God We Rust variety, I found one that looks like it's missing both the T and the R. Now this one was interesting because you could see that the U and the G are still perfectly intact. It's just the T and the R that are mostly gone. You could see the vertical bar of the T on the left right there. You could see that because of the lighting. And then the R, there does look to be like some sort of crack right here. And it looks like a crack. It doesn't look like a scratch. But because it's jagged, it's just not like all the scratches that you see. But just interesting to find an In God We Ust variety. And then finally, my little helper's favorite one. I've already showed her. We have another version of the spitting horse. And this is an early stage. There's not a lot of raised metal. It's a very thin line of raised metal. You could clearly see all the way down through the C. But what's interesting is, just like on the other ones that I have found on this channel, there's not raised metal on the C. So it is only in the fields and all the way down through and then past the C. So we are all done looking for those errors and varieties, and it was pretty cool that we found so many keeper varieties, 5 to be exact, so that is really cool. So let's do the overall wrap up here. We have a West Point 2019, pretty dinged up after I look at it a little bit more. It has definitely seen better days, but it is a West Point 2019, that is cool. And we had a decent, nice condition 1976. It's not like super, super nice, but it's definitely better than I normally find it. So I wanted to set that aside. We had an NIFC San Francisco Mint Homestead 2015. I believe that is probably the first one we have of that design. I know we don't have a lot. So that was cool to find that one. Very nice. And then we had the 2 homestead errors or varieties. You can see the snow on the roof on the left portion of that roof right there. You can see that extra metal. So that was cool. And if you know where to look, you can even see the extra metal above the window right there. I'm really curious to see if that is the bird's nest variety or not. And then here is the In God We Ust. You can faintly see the T and the R, but you can definitely see the UST much better. So that was an interesting find. Never found the T and the R faded. Then we have the Alaska State Quarter, And you can see some extra metal there. It's pretty bright, but definitely better under the scope. And that almost looked like an extra claw, just not the one that I'm looking for. And then finally, we had that spitting horse, which is my little helper's favorite. And we had a few really nice state quarters that I'll set aside to see if they upgrade the collection as well. So the Robinhood Coins giveaway for this video is going to be the Lowell West Point 2019 right there. And as always, to enter the giveaway, comment on this video and then be sure to watch our Saturday winners videos to see if you won. Well, hope you enjoyed this hunt. It was a lot of fun. It was a little bit tough there in the beginning, but thanks to Rob Finds Treasures clad coinage mat, gave us some extra stuff to look for, and so we ended up making it a productive hunt with those varieties. So that is very cool. As always, if you did enjoy it, smash that like button. If you enjoy our content, please subscribe, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss any videos or giveaways. And we will see you on the next hunt.